Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imani and I love all things planner and self-care related. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. So today is going to be a longer video for sure because I'm going to unbox both Black Friday orders for planner supplies, of course, and then I'm going to reset my planner for the month of December. So let's get started. Okay, so I have my coffee here because I definitely didn't drink any this morning, and a few of the planner items from the first haul that I received that came in through the mail. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I unboxed the first delivery almost right away. I could not wait. I was super excited about it for so many reasons, but because I filmed that video at night, I did not like it. So I'll show little clips of it up here just so you can see me unboxing everything. But I just wanted to walk through again everything that I received or that I purchased. So first up are these sticky notes. These are absolutely, again, if you know me, you know I love lines and I love checklists. So these are really functional and I've already used them because I got my first order Thursday. So Friday I already put these sticky notes to good use. So I like the quality of them. They are sort of that old school cloth and paper quality here, and they lay flat, which is something that's really important for me and I know is important for other people as well. Next up are drop stickers. I only got one color, which is cortado. It's funny because when I was filming at night, Thursday night, so this would have been December 1st, these looked very like olive color, and now that I'm filming in the beginning of the day on December 3rd, these are almost a brown color. So I'll sacrifice one. Yeah, see, these look brown now, which is really funny because like I said, when I was filming, and I even commented on this, it looked like it was olive green to me. And I guess it could still be olive green depending on, you know, whether it captures the light or whether it's in the dark. But regardless, I love it because it's a neutral color and something that I can use with a variety of different highlighters. So these drop stickers I keep in this old-fashioned pack. I don't know who remembers this from a couple cloth and paper drops ago. I mean, I think this was probably even 2020, but I keep all of my stickers in here. All of them. I mean, this is mink dots. I haven't seen them release stickers on this sort of palette in a very long time. Here are some fawn corners, and these aren't transparent either. These are sort of the traditional stickers. So this is where I decided to keep my stickers because I just needed some way to store them. So as you can see, I just take them out and throw them in here. I have a random glass protector in here as well, but it's called being functional. I hope I remember it when I need it, but anyway, so that's where I keep my stickers, and I'm really happy with the purchase of the cortado ones. Like I said, regardless of whether it looks brown or olive green, it is perfect for me. So next up on the list is something that's a little out of the ordinary for me. If you follow some of my setups and watch my YouTube videos, you know that I prefer undated inserts because I change my mind a lot. Sometimes I like to go in A5, sometimes I did half letter. This year I even tried digital planning, but what remained the same over the course of this year was that I really enjoy the half letter setup. So I'm gonna stick with half letter for 2023, as you can see. So I bought those size inserts, but I also purchased dated inserts as well. So these are the 2023 vertical weekly inserts. They're a Monday start, they're lined, and it also comes with a year at a glance and a monthly overview. So I'll flick through again. This is of course the beginning of the inserts. You have sort of like an informational page here. And what I like about the new layout is that there's so much room for notes, where you can write your 2023 goals. You can write affirmations. Maybe you want to put something inspirational here in the beginning of the planner. Then there's the year at a glance, holidays and observances. Wow, I didn't realize March had so many. I feel like March and April are pretty long, and November. What I love about cloth and paper is their attention to detail and the art that they incorporate into their planners. So the beginning of each month has this like portrait photo of different artwork and pieces, and this is the beginning of January. So when you flip through, you have again yet another notes page, and then you have what I like to call or refer to as like the dashboard. So it comes with space for 6 goals. You can set a few intentions and highlight important bills that are due throughout the month. I won't really use this side of the page if, I have really big handwriting, right? So I'm not going to fit anything in these lines here. I almost wish that this was eliminated and that these rows extended. We probably could have received 2 more spaces for goals, and then you could have put a goal for each area of self-care. I don't know, but I still like the refresh here. I believe the older dashboard layout, we'll call it, had all lines, and then there was sort of like a blank space, if I'm remembering correctly. And I think the blank space was up here. I don't like blank spaces, so I do like the refresh because there's more lines, and at least with the blank space up here, I could still label something and then write a few words down there. Next up is the refreshed monthly layout. So the boxes do appear to be smaller, which I know I saw a few people not really like that too much, but for me, it's still big enough to where I could write one thing. So if I have, for example, I believe Timber has a vet appointment or grooming appointment on the 6th. So it'll just say Timber groom, 9 a.m. I think the problem is when you want to incorporate more than one thing per day, that might be a little tough. Again, depending on your handwriting size or what you're using to write with. So I would definitely take that into consideration. But there's room for notes down here at the bottom on the right page. And on the left page, there's space for important dates where you can write the date and then the description. So again, I think that's another way to compensate for the smaller boxes. If you have multiple things to do on a particular day, perhaps rank them by importance and then put the more important one on the bottom left and then the least important one right in the box. So here is the sole reason that I purchased these inserts. I missed this layout. If you saw the updated spiral notebook that comes with the cloth and paper subscription box, you know that the spiral changed to a horizontal layout, and it's fine. I'm using the A5 spiral for work next year, but I really missed the vertical lines. To me, this is perfect for a to-do list, and on the days where, again, I don't really want to do a full daily layout, at least I'll have something to look at for the very few things I need to do, but over the glance of a week. That's really what I was missing in my planner, was a large weekly overview. So again, once I saw that these were refreshed and out, I knew for sure that I wanted to get them. So there are a few changes. I believe there are more lines here compared to last year's setup. And then there's space for sort of tasks or to-do list on the left page before the week begins. So I really like these. And nothing changes throughout the month. It's the same setup each week, as you can see. And at the end, there is a note page. Okay, so when I said I could not wait to unbox the first purchase that I received, it was because of this beauty. I bought the white version of the agenda cover from Cloth and Paper. This one fits my half letter perfectly. As you can still see, I'm still sort of training it to lay flat. When I have the planner in here, I don't really have an issue with that, but she is absolutely gorgeous. I will just walk through it quickly. As you can see, I already sort of decorated things over here with just a neutral aesthetic. So I have a few planner cards, some that came with the order, and then others, I believe this was part of the November box. I was gonna say the December box, but I think that's November. This is another one. I think that came with the November box, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, I have so many of them. But I love the color scheme. It's like a green, neutrals, browns, tans. So I set that up over here. And then to the right, of course, is the clasp and the planner holder, or the pen holder rather. So I'm still working on sort of getting that a little bit more, you know, lived in, because it's leather, right? So you have to work with it to make it, I don't know if comfortable is the word, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you want it to be lived in, right? So this is the one without rings. Like I said, there is gold hardware here. I don't know if you can see that. So of course it matches on the outside. So that is why I could not wait until I received the other box, because this is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, if you are in the market for a new one, I definitely recommend checking Cloth and Paper out. Full disclosure, I'm no longer an affiliate, but they have some of my favorite agenda covers because, I mean, the leather is impeccable. I love the smooth nature of this one. And they do have what I think they're referring to, or they have leather on sale. So I will go check out the website. I know it's not just the newer covers. I believe they have some of the older covers as well. And they refer to them as ones that didn't quite pass, you know, the standards check. And I think also it was sort of like sample. That's what they're called. They're called sample ones. So I will go check those out as well. So it's not like it's, you know, worse quality. It's just that's what they ordered and received when they were sampling different planner covers. So I will definitely check them out if you're interested. So here is the purchase that I received December 2nd. So this was my second Black Friday weekend purchase from Cloth and Paper. I made this somewhat on a whim, I'll be honest with you. It's not like I overspent. It was just I realized I wanted a few different things, so it'll make more sense when I unbox it. So I did spend over, you know, I don't think it's that you needed to spend over a certain amount. I think it was just the day that they were giving away certain freebies, and this is why I made that purchase. That was like the main goal, was to get these beautiful page pens. So let me pull them out and walk through sort of the setup here and talk about the reasons why I got it. So these page pens are absolutely gorgeous. Here's a close-up. There's no explanation of the colors, but I know this is, the black is typically their avant-garde, and I'm really bad at memorizing the other colors, but they're really neutral. There are like two sort of tan ones, a white one, a pink one, and a black one. And I think these are just perfect for like marking your place, but they also mentioned how you can use them to highlight text that's already on an insert. So I'm really excited to use these. And like I said, this was not the sole reason I made another purchase, but it was definitely one of the more important reasons why I decided to make a second purchase. So these are really pretty and I can't wait to start using those. Next up is a dashboard that I bought. So this dashboard is 1 minute habits, and there are different habits that, you know, you can highlight each day or maybe a month to try to incorporate into your daily self-care routines. So there's, you know, express gratitude, drink water, which if you watched last month's video, you know that I was tracking gratitude and hydration. There's other things I don't really consider often, like start really listening to others. I check my bank account every day, as you should, for several reasons. But I just thought this would be a really good reminder to change up some of my self-care habits throughout the year, maybe monthly or quarterly, or even weekly if I just so choose. But I just really like this dashboard, so I'm excited to get some use out of it. Next up is something that's super functional for me. This is the 2023 transparent year at a glance. I have the 2022 one in my planner currently, and it's something that I actually end up referring to a lot. So I just told myself, you know what, let me get the 2023 version as well. I liked having this in the beginning of my planner just to flip through, look at the year at a glance, especially when I'm planning or just thinking, maybe even like financially. Sometimes I use my digital planner still for finances, but I don't like, referring here, referring there. So I'll have my planner open on one side and then my iPad to plan the finances, and then I usually plan about like 3 months out. So yeah, I'm like that person. So it's nice to have something at a glance on paper to the side where I can just look at it and see, what month or days I'm getting paychecks, what months might be a 3 paycheck month. So this is really helpful for me. Next up is something that I wanted to try again. If you are an OG follower, I use these a lot in 2020, not so much in 2021, and definitely not in 2022. But these are part of their project management inserts, and it's the refreshed layout of the Gantt chart. I like to use these for something that I want to track daily, which is generally habits. I struggled with the sort of habit tracker. I never really loved it, and I couldn't find my groove and find my comfort level there. But this, I remember really loving this because not only was it more space for more habits or goals, there was also it's something easier for me to lay out horizontally, I think, rather than in a calendar layout. So I'm really excited to incorporate these back into my planner. And it's a refreshed layout. The older layout, if I remember correctly, didn't have as many lines, and I'm realizing that a lot of the refresh layout is sort of like thinner lines, like more minimal. So I'm a huge minimal functional girl, so I don't mind at all. Next up are these tab sticky notes. Let me take them out so you can see these colors. Okay, so I purchased this in the cotton color. I'm reaching over to my planner stash to see if I can find some of the other ones I have. I know I have that beautiful like copper colored one. If I can find it quickly, I can. And I'm running out. I need more. I love these. These are some of my favorite tabs. I have them all over in my half letter planner. I also use them, so as you can see, I have like November goals, Black Friday, implementation goals, business goals back there. So I use these tabs a lot. I do have them in another color and I just can't find it, which is a little disappointing right now because that means I have no idea where they are. But, oh, here they go. Duh. So I have sort of 3 different styles at the moment, and I really do want to get all of them eventually. I really love this one. This is probably my favorite. I like this one too. This one just wasn't giving me like winter vibes, so I haven't used it as much. What's really funny is like I don't really use the paper ones often. As you can see, I don't think I use that paper one at all, but maybe I will in spring, you never know. But the transparent ones get really good use out of me. So I was looking for a new color and I said, well, let me do something different. So I decided to go with cotton. This one is definitely like a light pink, but I mean, it's almost like translucent. It's definitely creating some nice like glare over there. But the back one is the cotton color, which to me is like it's close to white essentially, but with this shade of pink. And then pink is my favorite color. So when I saw the transparent one for this colorway, I immediately knew that that's what I needed. So I'm really excited to get use out of that as well. I don't care that it's not spring. Like I said, pink is my favorite color, so I will definitely be using that. So last up on the list are these dividers. If you have seen the inside of my planner, you know that I do have dividers, but they have the black ink. So I thought, you know what, I'm switching to a white planner cover. Let me switch my dividers as well. So it's the same ones. I mean, these are like the frosted ones, but I expect these to be frosted. That's kind of the main difference there. And I'm also trying the inbox and outbox dividers as well. Do I know what I'm going to use the outbox one for? Not really. I'm going to be honest with you there. But at least with the inbox one, I'm going to use it essentially how Cloth and Paper uses their or promotes their inbox to be used. You know, just like reminders, important meetings or important tasks that I don't want to forget, or just if I need to like jot something down quickly and throw in my planner to come back to it, I can put it in the inbox section so that I know I need to circle back to that. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this is definitely going to be a longer one. What I'm going to do next is flip through the December layouts of my half letter and then switch over, the November layouts, and then switch over to December layouts and plan for the week of December, what will that be, like the 6th or something? This is why I need a year at a glance. It will be the week of December 5th through December 11th. Okay, so here is what my planner looked like for the month of November. Lots of layering moments here, y'all. I really got good use out of my planner this month, so I was really happy about that. I love these two dashboards together. You know that we are definitely a layering family here, so just to layer these two together, for me, I absolutely love it. I was able to cross off everything on my to-do list for the month of November, as well as add a few things. I did not finish my October gratitude at all, nor did I finish November gratitude, but November, as you can see, looks a lot better than October, so improvement there. I was able to finish the habit tracker, what was it, yesterday, December 1st, or 2 days ago now. And I practiced gratitude every day. Meditation was a little sporadic, as you can see, especially the week of PTO. I didn't need to practice any sort of meditation there because I was on PTO. I could do a lot better with hydrating and a lot better with reading. I did get a new book for my birthday. It was Michelle Obama's new book, The Light We Carry, I believe it's called. And I've been reading that pretty consistently. Here is the November sort of task brain dump that I did. I stayed pretty consistent here. The only few things that I didn't do, I tracked my packages. I didn't get to my Amazon return because we had a storm in the middle of November, and that kind of threw me off. And then when I went there, they won't print the printing label for me. Like, I have to bring it, so we're gonna have to do that. And of course, I still did not pay that medical bill. I need to do that for sure. As you can see, I got really good use out of the inbox this month. I was tracking a few orders. I put down a video request. Someone requested that I do a sample plan with me in the new A5 spiral, given the new layout. I used some of the new sticky notes that came with, I believe, the November box. Yeah, the November box. I wrote down a book recommendation, and I think I have almost like a to-do list here. So great use out of this inbox. Here are a few layouts for the month of November. As you can see, I did a really bad job of coming back on the 5th to check things off. And the rest of the month is low-key kind of sporadic too, but a lot of these I just do, like as the day goes on, or if I'm able to go back and do it. Like, I don't know. I need to be better about checking things off. So as you can see, I definitely did not check anything off for these past 2 days, but I did do some of these things. Like, I always do my full morning routine. I just like to write it down because sometimes on the weekends I might skip a step, but like my goal is to do the full AM routine. So just because it's not crossed off doesn't mean I didn't do it. See, of course, I like crossed it off there. But as you can see, this was definitely a good month for layouts. which sucks because I didn't use this side. So I think what I'm going to do is keep this one in my planner and then use the back page for maybe like December 6th or something like that. But I have one left, so I have to get more of that as well. Here is after the today divider, and I just have literally random inserts. So task delegation, the notes page. No rhyme or reason to it. Okay, I'm going to start with the monthly layout for December. So I actually have not used these yet. I actually took a break from the subscription box from Cloth and Paper for a while. And then when I started up again, I accidentally was purchasing A5 instead of half letter. So this is the first time I actually got the order correct and purchased the right insert. So I'm gonna pause here and kind of think about a few goals I want to set for the month and some intentions, write some bills, and plan on the dashboard. So before I start the rest of the dashboard part of the weekly insert, I just wanted to kind of go through my thoughts on the goals. It is December 3rd, right? So I really didn't have time to like sit down and think about December. Honestly, I probably had more time to think about it since I'm planning 3 days into the month, but you know, there's a lot going on, so I'm gonna be patient with myself with that. So I just really thought of a few goals that I wanted to accomplish this month. Read 2 books. That doesn't include Alex Ellen's new book. So highly recommend her. I love her affirmations and her thought process on self-care. If you're new to the journey, I recommend checking her out. And then I just wrote down a few other like business content related goals and more self-care goals as well. I tend to go to bed late during the week, like 11:30 sometime, maybe even 12, and I really want to be lights out by 10:45. So like done playing Animal Crossing, done reading, done with, you know, my nighttime routine by 10:45, lamp out, asleep, or at least trying to go to sleep by 10:45. And I really wanted to decrease my screen time on TikTok. So I'm going to finish the rest of this and then move on to the monthly layout. Okay, so my monthly layout is done. It's always interesting to see how the month looks at a glance. I feel like most things are happening on the weekend, but it is what it is. I do have quite a bit of PTO scheduled because I did not take PTO all year. And even with a full week off, a couple days, a half day, even the week that I took before Thanksgiving, I still am losing a couple days because I can only carry over a certain amount of days. So lesson learned, you know, for next time. Oh, I thought this was a Monday start. Ew. Why is it a Sunday start? Sorry. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just write down a few to-do lists for at least tomorrow the 4th and Monday the 5th. I'll leave the rest open only because, again, I don't really quite know what I want to write down as to-dos for those days, but at least I can write down some of the important meetings and other tasks that I know for sure I want to accomplish on a particular day. Okay, so I'm done with the task delegation insert. I use this as a brain dump. Not as many to-dos this month, but a lot of the things that I'm doing are related to like business or content. So I will be planning that in the executive notes notebook from Cloth and Paper. Most of these other things are like very minor things that don't really require a lot of steps, right? Like schedule nail appointment, yellow for a party. I'm going to a holiday party, and our like assignment is to bring something yellow and then wear yellow. So yellow for party, that tells me everything I need to know. There's gift shopping, which, you know, that's something separate. Maybe I'll show that as well. So a lot of these, you know, I'm not going to create tasks if they don't exist. That's kind of my philosophy on that. Then I have the refreshed Gantt insert. Say that fast 3 times. Now the problem is my little hand got tired, so I feel like my handwriting got pretty not neat on the back, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna put everything all together in my planner and stick my planner in my new agenda. Okay, here is the final setup for December. I changed out all of the dividers to the white ones. I actually did not end up using the overview one. I just felt like I have enough dividers in here. I'll figure out another way to mark my place in the schedule section. I just didn't want anything else. I mean, I guess there is nothing up there. So let me just try it out, because you know what, the good thing about inserts and half letter setups and those more customizable setups is that you can remove things, which is why I don't use Coil for my personal planner. So I'm just gonna find like this section here for overview. I feel like I almost have more dividers than I do inserts, which is why I was sort of thinking about not using the overview one, but we'll see how it goes, because we can always take it out. So of course I have like a little layering moment in the beginning, opening up to the you're at a glance. I changed some of this around as well, so I think the next section would have been scheduled, but I just put the you're at a glance before the schedule. I added this new insert, which is the 1 minute habits, and what I'm going to do is see if I have any things that I want to use. Okay, I have all of these little transparent dots. Let me see what color I want to use. Okay, I think they're like all the same. Okay, I'm gonna use some from here to highlight just a few tasks I want to, or 1 minute habits that I would like to focus on in the month of December. Eat more greens for, that's not straight. I know they can fit. There we go, that's better. Not perfect, but better. Just want to eat more greens. I would love to express more gratitude, even though the gratitude challenge is over. We could all use more gratitude, and I want to take more deep breaths. I've been working on that through therapy, just learning to kind of calm down in really heightened moments of heightened emotion. So that was kind of my goal with this insert. Then we're moving on to the beginning of the substance of the schedule section. So I kind of have another layering moment here. And because we haven't really started the schedule section yet, I put more of those administrative related things behind that. So here's the habit tracker, here's the task delegation, and then we have inbox, which is marked not only by the new divider that I have, but also by this beautiful vellum here. It's so thick. And then we start the more substantive schedule related things. So our monthly layouts, the weekly layout, and where I put the overview, the daily layouts. I don't imagine I'll use many daily layouts this month, just given that it's a more relaxed month, I think, ahead. I hope, fingers crossed. But then we have the notes section, which I really don't show often. I'm actually going to start showing this more so on my Instagram to my subscribers. So if you are not a subscriber, definitely check it out, because I've already shown some more behind the scene things, and they also get sneak peeks about what's to come. So if you aren't already, I would definitely consider joining the subscribers group. And that's on Instagram. And then I have the outbox here. I have no idea where to put this outbox, y'all. I really don't. For me, what matters more is the inbox, but we'll figure it out. And then in the back is the finance section, which is, again, the thinnest one because I don't use this for finance. So we're gonna add this refreshed half letter in my new agenda. I'm really happy with how this came out. I'm so excited to use her throughout the month of December. Just figure out what works for me. You know, I love half letter, and it's what I stuck with the most this year. Did I even use A5 this year? I have to go back on my Instagram because that'll tell me, you know, what I'm currently using. I know I definitely tried digital planning for personal, and it worked for a while. I think I just missed paper, and it really worked for finances because I haven't gone back to paper for finances at all, and I don't plan to. So here's what she looks like. Again, I'm going to keep this the same, this sort of decorative element over here, and we're going to see how these dividers work. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dividers, which feels like a lot, but we'll see how it works. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below or send me a DM or email. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.